can the Western Cape almost state-proof itself against the incoming fiscal crisis? At a fiscal level, how can the province prevent the disaster that's playing out at a national level from trickling down? Is there a way that we can do that?
So it is really difficult because our income comes through a division of revenue, and there is a system through that guides that division of revenue. There are laws and regulations, and really what happens is it's not about people, because money doesn't follow the people, and that's what we would really like to see. Money is divided because of what kind of service level you have. So then they say, okay, but your service levels are getting better, so your per capita could decrease. And I'm saying, but it shouldn't. It should actually be the other way around. We are more able to deal with this because for years we've made sure that we don't have a COE percentage to delivery that's not sustainable. We hold back on appointments. We don't have as many jobs per capita as other provinces. I've been talking about government positions per capita as other provinces have. I think this is going to be the real test for the other provinces, because those kind of cuts will leave them with nothing. I actually think they are probably going to run out of money before the end of the financial year. Looking at just high level on not really delving into their budgets, but looking high level, I think that's a potential risk for those other provinces. In this province, it's a long-term solution of saying, how do we fix the money following the people? We get the budget that we get is the 5th biggest budget. We're the 3rd biggest province. Limpopo actually gets more money than the Western Cape. So because it doesn't follow people, it's got the formula, and that's the problem. Now, we could challenge this in court, which I think we probably are going to end up doing, but these things take a long time. We need to find other ways of dealing with it urgently, and that is in the negotiations through our Minister of Finance, dealing with National Minister of Finance, showing that good practice should be rewarded. Those are the kind of things that we're asking them for. Don't punish the provinces that are doing or that have got good practice and can show that good practice and can prove the good practice, and actually rather save the money there, because you're going to get better traction than giving it to some other province that's just not going to go anywhere. But those are the internal fights that we have. Our problem is that provinces don't have a taxation system. Our own revenue generation coming from licenses and some income through our healthcare system is minute. It's just very few percentage points of our budget. The majority of our budget comes through a division of revenue from national tax. And when the national tax is not being collected, that hits us. The semigration that's happening in our province, at least our municipality levels, are different because they're getting more ratepayers. They also might getting more burden of non-rate payers, and they've got to give free services, but they're also growing their ratepayer base, which that enables them to deliver on service, because you've got a growing cake. Our cake is not growing, it's shrinking. Our demand for services is growing.
A link to the full interview is in the description. It's available now on Spotify. You can look for our podcast. It's called Reset the Frame.